Hello, I'm Martin, lead analyst at Healthcare Business International, and I'm here at our 2026 conference in Paris with Ranjan Singh, CEO and co-founder of HealthHero, which is Europe's largest digital health company, covering about 35 million patients and delivering 5 million consultations digitally per year. Hi, Ranjan.
Good to meet you, Martin.
So digital health, telehealth in particular, grew rapidly during the pandemic. There was a kind of explosion of online virtual consultations. Now the market is maturing a bit and there's a move away from purely video calls to other types of digital health. What role is HealthHero playing in this shift?
We are at the forefront, Martin, of driving this trend. And see, going back, I compare what digital health was during the pandemic to how e-commerce was during 1990s, late 90s, right? It was a simplified version, like e-commerce was a catalog with a shopping basket and a payment gateway. Went on to redefine how shopping is done and re-architecting commerce as such with insane customer expectations, amazing logistics, etc. Digital health is at the same place. We started with doing video consultations as telehealth, but that was just the start. It is about creating what we call a new operating system of healthcare, where we re-architect how healthcare is being consumed. And it's not about two people talking on a screen. I mean, that's easy. It's what goes on before and after. It's from prevention to triaging, treatment and monitoring. And all of that leveraging efficiencies that technology brings while retaining the expertise that a human brings. So that's where our motto is: digital where it should be, human where it counts. And that's how we're re-architecting the whole journey. And we are, I think, every founder will say this to you, but we genuinely think we are at the forefront of driving that change in Europe.
You're in multiple European markets. Europe has a very fragmented healthcare system, with each country having its own healthcare system. So does it make sense to have a pan-European digital health model?
Great question. Look, at the face of it, people do think that every country, NHS is only there in UK. France has a very different system to Germany, and big differences between even UK and Ireland. That's just there. So at the face of it, these are very different systems. But ultimately, if you think about it, what all the systems do is the same, and the challenges they face are the same. So what they do is they aim to provide best care to the patients, and that's where we come in, putting patients and practitioners together in the most convenient fashion, which marries experience for the patient and efficiency for delivery. The problems all these countries are facing is also exactly the same, that they don't have enough clinicians or enough money to meet the rising demand, right? So if you take these themes, the solution is also fairly similar. Now, where it matters, where it's different, it's the go-to-market is different. Let's say in UK, it's 90% NHS is the gatekeeper, if you will. So to work with NHS to scale, the rest is insurance and corporates. France, once you are given the authorization as a healthcare company, you can go directly to the end user patients across the country. So it's a B2C go-to-market and so on and so forth in different countries. Reimbursement models are different. So to that end, there is about, I would say, 1/3 of stuff, which is owing to clinical regulations, reimbursement, the plumbing of the system may be different, but vast majority, 2/3 or more, we leverage the same approach, platform, and propositions. And that's where we're able to unlock a significant amount of value, which won't be possible with being just in one country. Yes, we are building deeper and deeper scale in that one country, wherever we are. But the more we invest in things like AI and so on, the bigger the data set we have to train AI, and more return on that investment. So a pan-European place which gives us more data, more scale is absolutely fantastic.
Okay, thank you. So you mentioned AI, and AI is the thing that everyone is talking about. I'm sure in every session here in Paris, there's going to be discussion of AI. There's a lot of hype around this. How do you distinguish between what is purely hype and where it can have real benefits?
Look, there is a lot of AI washing going on, right? We see, we are acquirers as well. So when we see decks, there is a lot of the same old deck now sprinkled with AI all over, and they think they're doing something different. I think in healthcare, particularly in Europe, whatever is being done in AI needs to be medical grade, right? Because it's a regulated, reimbursed kind of system and an infrastructure here. I mean, I'm personally very excited about AI. I mean, this is the first time we have an opportunity. So far, let's say last 5-10 years in digital health, people have been automating and digitizing paperwork and workflow. And now we have an opportunity to automate the work itself, right? With game-changing implications and consequences for healthcare. However, that won't happen by building a thin layer of something on top of existing infrastructure. We have to think about two things. How do we use AI to fundamentally re-architect the system, which I've spoken about, the operating system, and not just a thin layer on top? And B, we cannot wish away where we operate in. We cannot wish away regulation. We cannot wish away the fact that pure AI systems are, I think we're far away from being reimbursed. So we need to build all of that in, and that's where comes in medical grade AI. So for example, what we do is we have tools which have the user experience, usability of, let's say, ChatGPT, but it has the auditability of a clinical medical device, which it is, so that whatever is recommended through this device, it could be governed, regulated, and audited, and it's a clinically safe device to go. So that is the moat that we have, and that is where I think this whole sector needs to move if it has to scale. Otherwise, it'll be one of those things, creates froth at the surface and then doesn't penetrate at a scale.
Thank you very much, Ranjan.